A very good morning to everyone. I would like to thank you all for joining again. I'm very glad to have you all once again here for the session 2 of our healthcare webinars. Okay, today, what is this webinar about? You asked me, and I say it's about heart rate measurement with Apple Watch and exploring the hidden coding facts in it by Mr. Prabhakaran M., Senior Mobile Apps Developer at Sprightly Softwares. Hi, Prabhakaran sir.
Hi. Yeah, very good. Yeah.
About Prabhakaran M, he is a senior mobile apps developer. He has 5+ years of experience in native and cross-platform mobile app development, that is both Android and iOS. He is very proficient in languages like Swift, Kotlin, C, Java, JavaScript, and Ruby. And he has, okay, sorry for that. He has immense knowledge on Apple Health Kit, CareKit, and ResearchKit, and also he is a major contributor to the Cardinal Kit from Stanford Biodesign community. And he's an Bachelor of Engineering graduate in Computer Science Engineering from Panimal Institute of Technology, Chennai. We are very happy to have you here today, Prabhakaran sir. Thank you so much for joining this webinar against your busy schedule. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The agenda of the webinar is 30 minutes. First 30 minutes will be an interview with Prabhakaran sir, and next 10 minutes will be a Q&A session with him. Sir, can we start the interview?
Yeah, sure.
The first question for you. How the heart rate is measured, and can you give us a comparison between the conventional and the digital method?
Yeah, sure. So actually, thanks to everyone who have joined this morning. So, okay. So actually, the heart rate means it's a speed up heartbeat that measured by a contraction of heart per minute, right? So it basically measured as a BPM, beats per minute. When coming to conventional method, in order to check your heartbeat, we are simply check our pulse. So when our heart beats, it pushes blood to the body. So this heartbeat can be built as a pulse. But to check the pulse, we used to use holding our finger on wrist and sensing our pulse, and based on the calculation, we will make number of beats in a 1 minute. So then it will be in a BPM. So basically, for an adult, the heartbeat will be vary between 60 to 100. That 60 to 100 beats per minute, right? So, but actually, there is a lot of factor that affects the usual heart rate. Like if you are aged, it may vary, and then your fitness and then activity levels. And if you are a smoker, it will be late. And if you are an athlete, your heartbeat will be vary. So, but the normal heartbeat will be 60 to 100%. So this, when coming to digital method, nowadays there are a lot of options. So in a digital method, so there are a lot of options. We can measure our heartbeat in our blood pressure machine or in exercise machine. In more technology level, we can use digital fitness trackers like Apple Watch, MiFit, and then Fitbit. Like that, there is a lot of fitness trackers. Then we can use our smartphone apps like cardio, instant heart rate. Like when coming to Apple, you can just hold your finger on the iPhone camera and it automatically detect your heartbeat. So there are a lot of options when coming to digital methods. But when, in my opinion, coming with the Apple Watch, so Apple Watch results 96% of your heart rate as a heartbeat. So this is the more adopted by most of the practitioner and technologists in the field. So these are the methods right now we are using with the conventional and digital methods.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Moving on to the next question. How the measured heart rate data is digitized, and what would you think the benefits of digitizing such data would be?
Okay, yeah. So digitalizing the data, it's not about only heart rate. So right now, the current pandemic teaches like we need to need of digitalization of healthcare and life sciences, right? So, so you can check your application or where we can check about the COVID status. So there is a lot of things around with digitalization, health science and life science data. So actually, in perspective of Apple, they are providing various option to tech developers and then people they are using their platform. So like Apple Health Kit. So it's a developer framework. So you can use you can build a mobile app using that framework, and it automatically track your fitness, your activity, and then your vital health information, and the sleep tracking, so heart rate, everything. So this is the framework we are used to develop our digital healthcare applications. And then there's a framework called Research Kit. So when using this framework, you can build survey forms that you can publish to your patients. So you can, as a doctor, you can build a medical survey and you can gather meaningful data from your patients. And then there is another framework called CareKit. So like whenever you are building a healthcare application, the data needs to be shared with your practitioner or with a third-party health provider. So like with CareKit, you can use this technology to provide more meaningful data to your practitioner. So along with there is other third-party variables that like IoT devices that helps digitalizing more data, and all this data will be analyzed by algorithms, and so that the physician can assist on the data, and then they can do more research on very large sample sizes. So this is the concept of data digitalization. But when coming to benefits, so if you know your more on your health, then better you can look after it, right? Like if you're saving your data in a way, you can access it anywhere. So when coming to digital age, you can access your data everywhere. That's the main thing of digitalization. So you can track your health and you can check your health over the time. I think 3 months ago, like there is a 25-year-old girl was notified by her Apple Watch that he having the irregular heartbeat. So once it's alerted her parents that their girl was having the irregular heartbeat. So then they have taken that girl to practitioner and need a consultant. So this is the main feature of digitalizing the heart data.
Moving on, the third question would be working of the Apple Watch with relation to measuring the heart rate. Can you explain the working of the Apple Watch?
Yeah, so the working procedure, right? Yeah. So like if you have a time to watch your Apple Watch, there is a sensor called Apple sensor. So to measure your heartbeat, it uses technology called photolithoscopy. That it's not like a physical way, but it hardware comes like. But it's a technology behind Apple Watch to measure your heartbeat. Like right, your blood is red because it reflects red color and absorbs green light. So this is the underlying concept behind the Apple Watch. So Apple Watch uses green color light with light sensitive photodiodes to detect the amount of blood flowing through your wrist. So when you wear your watch on the wrist, so it automatically emits green color light to your wrist and it flow through your blood flow. So when your heart beats, the blood flow in our wrist will be more, and the green light absorption will also greater. So it will be calculated. But between each, the green light absorption is less, so the heart is less. So by flashing hundred of LED lights to your wrist, it automatically detects each heartbeats. So with the help of this optical sensor, we can detect it to 120 to 30 to 200 beats per minute. The optical sensor also uses the infrared. This whenever you are getting irregular heartbeats, it automatically alerts your parents or your agency persons. So it's the concept behind the Apple watches in like LED concepts.
Thank you. Moving on, the fourth question would be how the security of the data is maintained by Apple.
Yeah. So actually, nowadays people are more concerned about privacy and security, right? So people are started to think about the privacy and security is a fundamental human rights. So when coming to Apple, they are more care about your privacy and security. So most of the Apple product are designed to minimize the collection of user data, and then they are trying to minimize the user collection, data collection, and they are used on device processing. Instead pushing data to server or any third party, they are trying to restrict the process of data in the device itself. And then they are trying to provide a more control and transparency on it. There's an app called Health in the iPhone and Watch apps. So that apps help you store your yeah. So with the health app, you can decide so which data need to be accessed and with which data you need to be restricted. So also the iPhone and Apple watches are coming with more over security like Touch ID, Face ID, and then all the information the third-party provider trying to access your data. It will be transferred to third-party server in an encrypted way. So more secured way of translation handling. Also that whenever you are putting a new app to the stores, Apple Store or a new Watch App TV store, they are more concerned about your health privacy policy. So they are trying to Apple trying to access what are the health privacy related things you are making your app. So what are the data you are collecting from their users. So that kind of informations are maintained by Apple. And also the third-party apps that are built by other vendors that are must follow the HIPAA and GDPR compliance that are associated in the international level. So that's the main thing actually. So this is how security of our health data is maintained.
Okay. I have a question here.
Yeah.
Have you worked with any transfer of data like this, and did you face any issues in them?
Can you come again, please?
Have you worked with transferring of the data from the watch to the app like this, and did you face any issues in them?
So actually, we had a chance to work with one of our where it automatically detects your heartbeat from the watch and it sent to your iPhone. So the data connection between the Apple and Apple Watch is much more complicated in earlier days. Like now it's easy, but when communicating with the Apple Watch and then Apple iPhone, data transfer is not in proper way, and we tend to use HealthKit. So we automatically send heart rate data from watch to HealthKit, and from HealthKit we read our heart data in the mobile app. So HealthKit help us more on transferring data between Apple devices.
Thank you, sir. So moving on, the next question. How the heart rate data is synchronized with the Apple's health application?
Yeah, that's what I told earlier. So health app is the most advanced app in the Apple iPhone. So in my opinion, because it combines with like not only the software, it combines with hardware, your IoT devices. So all the health app can track your fitness, your activity, whether you are running or walking or you are doing some exercise or something. And it also can track your sleep, and you can share your well information. So this is all based on your Apple Health app that provide more compatible with other frameworks like I already told, Research app and Hack app. So like each Apple user have associated unique medical ID. So like when you are in an emergency, you want to share your information with your doctor or practitioner. So you can use the medical ID to share your health information. So this is the way heart data or any health data are synchronized with your Apple Health app. So the Health app can incorporate many other third-party apps. So if you want to if one of your practitioner want to access your heart rate records, you can simply put a medical ID of yours, and then it will ask for your permission to access your medical information. Once you are allowed, the third party can access your medical related information. So this will be like everything in a sync, like Apple Watch, Apple Phone, and then your third party apps. So they all will be in a sync to share data with users.
Okay. The last question would be, can you show us a demo or a code walkthrough through the things you have done so far?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. I'll stop presenting so that you can present.
Yeah.
You can present now, sir.
Everyone see my screen. Okay, so actually this is a simple application. So where it uses HealthKit developer APIs to fetch your heart rate from the Apple Watch, and it automatically sync your data to the health app. So where you can manipulate your health data. So just a simple Apple Watch and then Google iOS app. So it's the combination of Apple Watch and then iPhone app. So actually, in order to access your data, so in order to access your health data, we have to authorize. So without your authorization, anyone cannot access your health data. So I'm doing the authorization part. So using this, we can authorize the third-party vendors or other to access your health data. Then I'm starting the workout. So to read your heart data, you have to do some activity. Either you can rest it, but it's kind of activity. So we have to start with workout. So what I'm here doing, like I'm just starting my workout as I'm doing some activity and I'm starting some workout. So this is activity I'm starting with the day. So once I have started activity, it's start to tracking your heart rate. Like this the heart rate. This is the developer API provided by Apple HealthKit. So using this, I can fetch my heart rate from the Apple Watch. So this is the HCM in the health unit. So this is divided by the minute. So beats per minute. That's the value, right? So here we are trying to get the heart rate value. So let me run this app. Trying to access like steps, workouts, and then heart rate. So I given all the access, and I'm trying to access all the read access. So I'm clicking So here is the heart rate. So I'm starting the activity here. So now you can see that the 18 ppm that my that sends from the watch. So it's keep on. So now the data is synced to the iPhone also. So here you can see my current heart rate. So this is the connection between the Apple Watch and the iPhone. So here is the health app. So here your all basic information will be recorded. So here it's showing my activity and how many steps I have walked. So I'm taking so all the data. So here you can see the heart rate. So here you can see the recent record that are recorded today. So this is how the recent recorded will be recorded, and everything will be shared with your Apple Health Kit database. So any practitioner or third-party apps can get this information from Apple Health Kit database, and they can build our own application. So this is how Apple Watch and iPhone communicate each other and share data. So this support my code.
Is it a direct connection between watch and iPhone, or is it through the Apple servers? Like the data would be sent to Apple server and then?
It's between Apple Watch and then iPhone.
Okay.
There is no external or Apple servers connected with that. So as per Apple policy, Apple tries to process your data on devices. If needed, they send to iCloud to give a permission to access on different devices. But right now, this is between Apple Watch and iPhone.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Those were the questions for you. Now for the Q&A session, the participants, you can ask your doubts to Prabhakaran.
Hi, Prabhakaran. Thanks for this informative session. So my question is, can you name some of the famous apps you have used with Apple Watch for healthcare specifically?
So I do use iOS application like Calm, and then Cardio, instant heart rate that measures heart rate, and then the meditation that to meditate, and then sleep tracker. These are the applications right now I have used, and everything is good and secure.
Is there any other apps that you suggest you haven't used it, but still you suggest?
So actually, the database gives more facility, and you can get all our data. So Apple Health App, you will get them there.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Prabha. I have a question here. Sometimes heart rate apps will reduce the battery life of Apple Watch. What is your suggestion for that, Prabha?
So like when you Apple Watch, when you are doing an activity, so Apple Watch won't detect an bits every second. Instead, it will detect your heart rate in a minute or in a time interval. So when you are in a rest period, it will detect your heart rate every 30 minutes. So when you're developing Apple Watch and you want to minimize battery usage, you have to think about option like background mode, where you can put the app in the background so that your watch can be detect your heart rate in period times, like 30 seconds.
Yeah, okay. And I have another question. In somewhere in Google, I read the Apple Watch accuracy is about 34%, something like that. So it's improved in latest version or still same?
No, actually, it improved a lot because we almost built an advanced application with the Apple HealthKit to detect heart rate, and we found that the accuracy is good, and even we have tested with other IoT devices to detect the heart rate, and we got 90% accuracy with the heart rate. But now the latest version, WatchOS 6, they are into lot, and they have an inbuilt ECG app where you can find your heart rate instantly.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, Prabs. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Shiva. No problem.
Okay. Prabs, I have one question.
Yeah.
Does Apple also allow other third-party apps to use, not on just iPhones or on Apple devices, but can someone can a doctor using a Windows laptop can also use the data from the Apple Healthcare?
So actually, in order to access your data, you must be have an mobile application, so where you can access your the user must be an iPhone platform so that they can share the data, and then from there they can share data with practitioner. So it must be an iPhone app.
The practitioner should also be an iOS user, is it? Or any operating system can use it?
No, it's made by an iPhone. Yeah.
Okay, and another question is, we have REST protocol for this web things and all that, right? So in the same way, in healthcare, is there any protocol which is famous or which is used by most of the applications?
There is no protocol to access the data, but you can access with your mobile application of your health data. There is no web or any other platform. You can integrate the IoT.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
So this is Shweta. So I have a question here. So how is the App Store team reviewing the Apple Watch apps? Can you please let us know about that?
Can you repeat again the questions? I cannot hear.
Yeah. So how the App Store team reviewing the Apple Watch apps? So can you please let us know about it?
So this is the more critical part of Apple review. So they are more concerned about Apple Watch review. So even nowadays they are more restricted on the privacy and security. So whenever you are putting in a new App Store, they will ask for the consent on your data access. That's the main thing. So and everything is on our right away. So you are following some standards. Like if you are using a health app, you have to must follow the rules that are provided by HealthKit. So if you are not allowing that policies, then they will reject your app. So the app must be follow the HealthKit regulations.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi Prabha, I have a question. How long it will create a simple heart rate measurement app?
So, if you want to build an app with standalone for the Apple Watch, it might take 1 to 2 days so that you can simply detect your heart rate and it will display. So but if you want to pair with iPhone and you want to do some data manipulation in your health app, it might be in a week or 2 weeks. It's in a simple way.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions? Okay, I guess then that is it. Thank you so much, Prabhakaran sir, for this wonderful and informative session.
Yeah, thanks to everyone. Thanks.
It was
Thanks
such a great pleasure having you here. Thank you so much.